the Asia Dream Cup. What are we looking for? What would you be looking for from these young riders as they go around the Bud International Circuit?
I'll be looking at, discipline first thing. Discipline of the riders. You talk to them, how they react to you. Then secondly, of course, stamina-wise, and all this. Then the third thing is the riding style. So the riding, how they compare the bikes. Tell you the bikes. How the feedback to the mechanics, how they verbally talk to the mechanics, and that's the most important thing.
Here's the grid. Pearson on 1 from Australia. Nakamura alongside him, the champion, Hafiz Noor Azman from Malaysia. Coco from the Philippines alongside Sitipon from Thailand, and China's Zhusheng Junji. Tokyo Shibuta from Japan alongside Yasin Gabriel, who got himself a podium yesterday, and Mohamed Febrian Shah, the two Indonesians on the 3rd row. Hari Krishnan and Setu Rajiv are the two Indians on the 4th row, either side of Muhammad Harith Farhan from Malaysia. Wadapod Matana Kumar, who's a wild card, and Jardin Gunawadina, the 14-year-old from Sri Lanka, on row 5. Boy Di Tong from Vietnam, Corey Briffa, the 16-year-old from Australia, and the 14-year-old from Chinese Taipei complete the 18 starters. We are indeed underway. Pearson gets off to a solid start, as does Hafiz Noor Azman. Nakamura, perhaps content to have the championship already tied up, settles into 3rd place at the first corner.
It looks like Brock Pierce tried to get a good start and get away, and definitely all of them will bunch up together back at the back straight here later.
Steep right-hander, it's Pearson it is indeed who leads the way, and you just saw a glimpse there of the long straight that's ahead of him. It's just over 1 kilometre that goes down a dip and then up into a lovely dipper-like right-hander. Gorgeous track. Pearson under pressure here from bike number 1, Hafiz Noor Azman, taking completely different lines. Hafiz to the right, Nakamura bike number 2 to the left, and it's indeed the champion Nakamura who will go into the sharp right-hander with the lead.
Yeah, you can see Brock take a different line to that deep there, and definitely you can see Hafiz taking a different line into the corner there just now.
Well, a couple of riders went really, really wide there. In particular, I think I saw Zhusheng Junji have to wait for others to come back in. He did go really very, very wide. But it's Nakamura from...
Oh, I think somebody crashed behind there.
Indeed, he has. It's Setu Rajiv, one of the Indian competitors. And that is exactly what he did not want. So Rajiv Setu.
No, I think he must have clipped somebody in at the back just now.
Well, there'd been a little bit of issue just before. A few riders have gone very wide on the previous corner. And as usual, while we're watching what goes on behind, Nakamura is just getting on with things at the front end in a very, very business-like manner. 17 years of age is Hiroki Nakamura, but shows a real maturity. Behind them, 12 is Sitipon, 7 is Pearson. But they come over the line at the end of lap number 1. It will be Nakamura who has the lead from Hafiz Noor Azman, Sitipon and Pearson, Febrian Shah, Coco Tadachi, Shibuta 7th, Harith 8th, Warapod 9th. Hari Krishnan is currently in 10th. Well, it's not often in this championship that you see riders able to get away, but Nakamura, he's got something else. What has he got?
I mean, he's a bit lighter than other riders. I think his weight play a big role there, and definitely the bikes, the sprocket, everything can be, adjust until the maximum so that he get the maximum speed there on the straight.
Well, Hafiz on that downward part of the slope has actually just been a bit quicker than Nakamura.
Yeah, because he's doing a slipstreaming behind, and definitely when slipstreaming you get an extra another maybe 10 kilometers faster.
And then Nakamura slipstream Hafiz and goes straight back in as we get the Rajiv Setu. That is not what the crowd wanted.
Yeah. I think the crowd must have been disappointed.
So Hari Krishnan, currently in 10th place, has got a bit of national service to do here, as Hafiz leads the way. Hafiz has had a strong season.
Yeah, I think he had a crash. I think he broke his wrist at in Suzuka, I think. Yeah, I think he had a crash there where he broke
Yeah,
his...
he had yes, he did indeed in the endurance race. Sorry, in
Yes.
qualifying. So he did break a wrist, so he didn't pick up any
Nah,
points
yeah.
in Suzuka. But otherwise, he has been able to pick up a podium in Sentul. His lowest finish was 6th. He had 2 second places on the first event of the season in Johor. And here he is in 2nd place again, but under pressure from Pearson.
Yeah, Brock Pearson already catch them up already.
Pearson, obviously, he's a taller boy than all the others.
I think he's about 6'1", I think.
Yeah, I certainly look up to him. But it's Nakamura who leads the way. And on these lighter bikes and these lower levels, the taller you are, it is a disadvantage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you gotta hide under your bubbles. You know, if you're a bit taller, you know, the aerodynamics make a big difference there.
But at the moment, he's nicely tucked in 2nd place behind Hafiz Noor Azman. Zhu Chengji, lap time of 2:24.183, which is the fastest so far.
But he's in 7th place at the moment.
He'll hope to be closing in. Front 5 just getting away. February and Shah just trying to close in on the back of Nakamura, who's at the tail of the front 4. Hafiz leading. Pearson, Sittapon, Nakamura, February and Shah.
Yeah, it looks like Brock Pearson is playing a bit safer now compared to yesterday, where he's going everywhere. You know, you can see Brock going the corners, you know, all the lines that he want to take. But now he's playing safe. You can see the way he rides. Oh, so close.
So just again, different lines going there as Pearson has a look on the inside, and
Oh, I think they touched there. I think. Yeah, looking each other back there.
he is being very circumspect though, Brock, isn't he?
Yeah.
His father comes over from Australia and acts as his mechanic, Brock Pearson. As there he goes around the corner. Is
Yeah.
there a touch?
Yeah, I think they touched there, is he? Yeah, I think they touched there.
Certainly evasive action just at the right time from Pearson.
Yeah, you can see he's holding onto his throttle and trying to twist the throttle grip or something like that.
And they all look behind. And it's Hafiz Sittapon once again.
Sitpong was there yesterday, right? He was right there with them again, and this race again, the same leaders again.
It's a very nice battle. Although Nakamura has got way ahead, behind them there's 4 or 5 riders who are genuinely competing for runners-up in this championship, one of whom is Hafiz.
Oops! Whoa, very close for Brock. He nearly hit somebody there. You know? He nearly hit, I think, he hit Sittapong just now.
Nonetheless, Pearson remains in 4th place behind Hafiz, Sittapon, February Shah coming through. And Nakamura's dropped down to 5th, trying to maybe just stay out of trouble on bike number 2. Late on the brakes was Pearson, very late on the brakes, and went into the corner first and is able to hold on, Brock Pearson.
Yeah, but come to the straight again. He gonna, you know, have everybody gonna pass him there again.
Sittapon on his tail. Nice line through the corner. The gap between 1 and 13 is 3.2 seconds. It's very congested. And Yassine, who was 2nd yesterday, is currently 9th today. Hari Krishnan is at the very back of that group alongside Boy Di Tong. They're just being dropped, those two.
Yeah, I think Mohammed Fabian Shah is in the lead now.
Well, you keep saying as a coach and as a former rider. The guys just stay out of trouble, just be in contention come the last corner.
Yes.
Febrian Shah it is who leads the way. The Indonesian from the Malaysian. Really is a galaxy of nations who are represented here in this Asia Dream Cup.
Actually, this is a very good race. You see how they maneuver, how they overtake. You know, they stay in the group together in the race. But when they grow up, you know, this is a good practice for all the riders.
I suppose if you're running a long way free, you don't get used to the touching and the competition and holding your line.
Yes, you're holding your line, keep your lines, you know. But like I say, this type of bikes, I mean, all these riders can take different kinds of racing line inside the corners.
Still Hafiz who leads the way, Febrian Shah in his wake. Zhusheng Junji who's made his way now to the front, and the Chinese temporarily led, but he'll certainly be in second place as they go over the finish line at the end of the lap. Hafiz from the Chinese, and Zhusheng Junji, Sitipon from Thailand, Pearson Australia, Febrian Shah, Koko Tadachi from Philippines, Harith Farhan, Shibuta, Yasin. 1.2 seconds between them, and Nakamura in 10th.
Yeah. And I think he must have slipped somewhere just now. And we still have another 3 laps more to go.
We do, and he's in that group, Nakamura, but it is unusual to see him drop so far down. Bike number 2 right at the tail of that little group. Or just one from the back. White helmet.
Yeah, white helmet. I think he's the second group there.
Making his way there, he's just leading that little group. He's got himself ahead of Tokyo Shibuta. Pearson takes one line, Hafiz takes
the other line.
Another.
Yeah.
Febrian Shah goes on the inside. And Pearson, at the end of the long straight, cuts the camber very nicely as they sweep down the hill. Zhusheng Junji is the one who took the extreme left. The Hafiz from Pearson, still. No errors so far from Pearson, which we're glad to say.
Yes.
Tadachi in third.
Yeah, you can see Nakamura is making it move now. You can see, I think he's what, fourth or fifth now there, I'm not sure.
Hafiz going slightly wide. Nakamura, yeah, he's in that group. It would be, I suppose his manager wouldn't be too thrilled with Nakamura if he takes his mind off the focus, because okay, you've won the championship, but you've got to actually go and prove it time and time and time again.
Definitely you have to. I mean, even though you win the championship, you come back stronger, and you even want to win it more.
It has been a stepping stone, this competition, Caroline Paui and Muklada. Pearson still in the lead. Look at bike number 2, as you say, he's back in the reckoning now, 7th place, but close enough. But they'll go through this line with 2 laps to go. The Aussie leads the way. The Malaysian Hafiz goes on the inside. Sitipon, Tadachi and Yasin now up into 5th, bike number 9.
And I think Nakamura have to make a move now before the last lap. He have to be like maybe 3rd or 4th if he want to win the race.
Yeah, needs to get maybe a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, he still is in that little chasing group.
I think at the moment he's number 7, I think. Looks like it. He's...
Indeed, 7th.
Yeah, and now he's coming. You can see
he's now up into, well, still 7th,
yeah,
but trying to close in. This is the long straight where he needs to make some kind of movement.
Yeah.
He's just in the shadow there of bike 12, Sitipon. There he is,
yeah.
Nakamura makes the move on the outside, goes into the top 5. You should be a coach.
I'm a coach.
I know.
He's trying now, you see, he's trying to get into top 3 now. But
Still plenty of time.
Yeah, it's still another lap to go.
And they are long laps, but look at this, Yassin once again. He kept bided his time. Number 9, the Indonesian,
Yeah.
took a second place yesterday. Now he's in the wake of Pearson.
Looks like Brock had a small gap there. Yeah.
Well, the Aussie trying to work very hard, and as you say, he has got a bit of a gap.
Yes, and definitely these boys, you know, they will bunch up again at the straight, the longest straight.
Hafiz in the green and yellow helmet is in 4th. Right behind him is Nakamura. Fabian Shaw is also very good when it comes to the business end of these races. Pearson leads the way. As they come round behind the grandstand onto this sharp left, we'll be going into the final lap. And it is Brock Pearson. The lead he has got is 0.693 of a second over Yassin and Hafiz. Nakamura 4th, Sittipon 5th, and Tadachi in 6th place. China's Zhusheng Junji in 7th. How do you see this going?
It looks like the Chinese rider is going very strong here in this race, the second race here. There they are catching up Brock Pearson again here.
Well, he's been dragging them along, Brock Pearson.
Yeah.
This is probably the big test now, a nervy look over the shoulder, not only from him, but from Yassin as well.
Yeah, I think Hafiz no Asman will have the superior speed here to go past the 2 riders here.
Well, Yassin's gone past Pearson. Hafiz has gone past Pearson. And Hafiz has got Yassin in his sight, and Hafiz has taken Yassin, and Pearson's gone with Hafiz. And the end result is that Pearson is second behind Hafiz no Asman.
Oh, they went out wide.
Went very wide.
Yeah.
No damage though.
You can see Nakamura trying. Yeah, all of them, I think, both of them went onto the grass there.
It's almost like Yassin was looking at the back wheel of
Yeah.
Brock and not looking at the track.
It looks like Hafiz got a good start there. He had a good speed on his bike and on his machine, but it all depends on the last back straight under there before the last corner.
Well, Pearson has now got himself back in front as they come sweeping around this double right-hander over at the far end of the course. We're in now to the final business end. 1 is Hafiz, 7 is Brock Pearson, 12 is Sittipon, 9 is Yassin. Where is Nakamura? There he is in 5th place. But Pearson is leading the way. Has he got enough momentum? Sharp right-hander from Pearson. Still leading.
Yeah, this is the back straight. Oh, somebody crashed there. I think
Nakamura is out.
Gone out.
Hiroki Nakamura, the champion, is out and will not be winning this race. Sittipon goes the inside. Pearson goes on the inside of Sittipon. Can Brock Pearson hold on? The answer is Brock Pearson from Australia. Takes the victory from pole position.
Yeah, it's a good race for Brock, and he's been trying very hard. I think he must be very happy. He's jumping all over.
That is an excited young fellow. Fabulous performance from him. Rare to see Nakamura not finish. In fact, not finish at all. Nakamura was taken out in the penultimate corner.
There, he's still there trying to get his bike moving. Yeah, I think he tried to get some more points.
Is he able to?
Oh, he crashed himself there. I think the back wheel just stepped out.
So the champion ends his champion weekend rather ignominiously. But Brock Pearson takes up his first 25 points of the season. Here is Nakamura. Glad to see he's okay, but he'll be out of the points. So, even when he doesn't win, he makes the headlines, doesn't he, Nakamura? But congratulations to Brock Pearson. He did really well. He held off the challenge of Sitipon and Hafiz on the final corner. Also tell you, Boy De Tong has got himself a nice 9th place. But first win of the season for Pearson, Sitipon, Hafiz Noor Azman. That'll do him a lot of good in his race for 2nd place. Fabian Shah ending up in 7th. China's Zhu Sheng in 8th. De Tong, well done to the Vietnamese lad in 9th. Rd5 from Thailand picking up 10th place. As we move down the listings, Hari Krishna 11th, started 10th, finished 11th. Yasin has to finish in 12th in the end. Corey Biffa picking up some points, the teenager from Australia. Matana Kumar from India picking up a single point. The 14-year-old Sujin did finish ahead of Nakamura, and Rajiv Setu, unfortunately, he crashed out. The man handing out the prizes today is Taisuke Suzuki, the assistant to the general manager of Idemitsu Kosan Japan. A big kiss from Hafiz. A gentle cuddle from Sitipon. And a firm handshake from Brock Pearson. It's a nice way to end the day. And there's nothing like being on that podium, is there?
Yes, the feeling is amazing when you're up there.
Australia, Thailand, Malaysia, Pearson, Sitipon, Hafiz. The title has already been won by the man who crashed out on the last lap, Hiroki Nakamura. But the race for 2nd is very much on. We've been working out the mathematics, and we'll show you how it looks in just a moment's time. Here are the standings. Nakamura, champion. Hafiz is 2nd ahead of Fabian Shah. Pearson, joint level on 2nd, just 8 points behind. So all to race for over in Buriram on the last event of the season. Going further down, Yasin had a decent weekend. He's in 8th with 80 points. Warapod inside the top 10. Hari Krishna, 63 points for the season. Rajiv Setu, well, he finished out of the points today. And Yu Tizian, the 14-year-old, continues to turn up, continues to learn, does the rider from Chinese Taipei.